HOPEHIV is an organisation that works with children and young people in sub-Saharan Africa who've been made vulnerable by HIV/AIDS.
Zazo was the first project of the trip, so I think we were all a bit apprehensive about what was going to happen. And we pulled up to this sort of courtyard where they opened the doors and there was about 50 orphans standing there singing to us at the top of their lungs, which was amazing.
Immediately it kind of hit home in terms of the challenges that they all face, really.
We learned very quickly about child rights and the issues that these kids are facing once they become orphaned.
The children were, certainly better behaved than a lot of the classes I've sat in over the years. Maybe it was just because we were there.
AFREDA stands for Action Relief and Development Assistance, and AFREDA exists to provide support to guardians of orphans.
One of the projects that AFREDA supports is a community banking scheme. So they provide little pockets of money to these women to support the activities they do to provide money for their family. So it could be selling drinks by the side of the road, it could be making clothes, anything like that.
We got to meet groups of women who had taken in orphans because they had nowhere else to go.
The guardians are supported by setting them up with small businesses, giving them some funding.
The travelling to get to Sparrow's Nest was pretty immense. It took a whole day to get to the area. It didn't help that we were pulled over by the police in the morning. Oswald had told us that effectively if we look like tourists, we do have a chance of being pulled over by police, and hey presto, we were.
I think as soon as we drove up, there was the drumming started, the dancing started, and it was just pretty incredible, really.
If you like, it was a kind of microcosm for the whole work that HOPEHIV does, and you could see within this small community all the different initiatives and projects, and you could see how they were having a real benefit.
One of the things that the guys at Sparrow's Nest had arranged for us, which was a complete surprise when we arrived, was the unveiling of a plaque which they'd arranged. They asked us to stand around with a giant pair of scissors and actually cut the ribbon on the opening of the new community centre which they'd built there, which is just an amazing feeling. I think that everybody on our trip found that a little bit emotional, if I'm quite honest.
AMPCAN stands for the African Network for Prevention and Protection Against Child Abuse and Neglect. AMPCAN is actually a very big organisation that works across a number of different countries in sub-Saharan Africa.
They provide education to children, specifically within schools.
What really impressed me with these guys is they were young, really young administrators, and they just had a passion to make a difference.
You just take a photo of them on your camera and you'd show them the picture, and they'd sort of come towards you and gradually, warm.
The bubbles went down fantastically. They were really good. A load of us standing around blowing bubbles to 500 children was actually a really good way of getting through to them.
Once you got there, you just sort of realised that, we kind of are all the same at the end of the day. Everyone loves their kids, everyone wants to try and, just live a good life.
Humbled.
Understanding.
Inspirational.
Epic.
Motivating.
I'd just like to thank everybody who's contributed so far to all the events and activities, and also for your ongoing support. It really makes a difference.